Hi everyone, welcome to True Path Astrology. This is Rajni. Hope you guys are all doing well, and this is the monthly predictions for the month of October 2021 for Taurus Ascendants or Taurus Lagna. So if you have number 2 written in the first house of your chart, then you are a Taurus Ascendant or your Lagna is Taurus. So this will be a general prediction based on transits and based on Vedic astrology. Actually, there is another chart, which is your birth chart, where planets are assigned a position in the chart at the time of your birth, and that remains static. But today, we will be referring not to the birth chart, but the transit chart, where the planets are currently in the sky, transiting. So my main hope of doing these monthly prediction is to give you some peace of mind by removing the elements of uncertainty from your future. At the same time, also help you prepare ahead for any low periods and help you leverage the good phases for the month ahead. So we will see how these planetary placements will impact your personality, your temperament, your attitude, your communication and interaction ability with the others. And we'll also talk about your family relationship, your career growth trajectory, business income, your finance in general, of course, harmony and love, life, health, unearned money, inheritance from various sources if applicable, and also your luck, whichever is applicable for you. Now, those who are new to this channel, I would like to request them to please subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me. And also don't forget to hit the bell icon so that any new videos I post, you will be notified of that right away. And thanks to all my existing subscribers. So without any further ado, let's look at the planetary placements. So we have Rahu in the first house in the sign of Taurus. We have Sun, Mars, Mercury in the 5th house in the sign of Virgo. Now on October 17th, Sun will move into the 6th house where it will get debilitated. And on October 22nd, Mars will also move into the 6th house in the sign of Libra, and it will join Sun there. Now then we have Venus and Ketu in the 7th house. And Jupiter and Saturn, both retrograde, are in the 9th house in the sign of Capricorn. Now, Jupiter in the 9th house is considered very good. Now, good news is both Jupiter and Saturn are going direct this month. Now, Saturn will go direct on October 11th, and Jupiter will go direct on October 18th. Now, this is an important positive change that all of us will experience. This is a major event this year that's happening this month with Saturn and Jupiter going direct. Now, another important change to note is Mercury is also going direct on October 18th. Now, Mercury's placement in the 5th house, in its own house, is creating a wonderful Raj Yoga for all of you. Now, Taurus ascendants is going to experience good results from here. Now, this yoga will make your status very powerful. And this yoga will also give you a clear long-term thinking ability. Now, you will have a good planning ability, I should say. This transit of Mercury is good for those who are in creative field, art field, or even in sports. Now, Mercury in the 5th house also means those who are into education or studying for an entrance exam or a competitive exam. You will do very well this month. Now, if you have well-placed Mercury in your birth chart and say you are running the Mahadasha of Mercury, you have a very good chance for promotion at work. Your communication and speech will be very powerful and effective this month. Now, if we look at your 5th house and the planets placed there in the 5th house, now those planets are aspecting the 11th house of gain. Now that goes to show that you're sure to gain this month, and some of your wishes and ambitions or goals they're going to be fulfilled this month. And your children will do very well in their studies. And for some of you, your children could go abroad for their higher studies if they're of that age, like where they're able to go abroad by themselves. Now, Mars, being the lord of the 7th house and placed in the 5th house, also shows that some of you may see love entering your life, and some of you may be successful in converting your current friendship into a love relationship, if you may. Now, talking about Sun and Mars in the 6th house, that indicates that you will be successful in winning over your enemies. Now, Sun here is debilitated, so you may need to be careful of your ego, careful of your dealing with your boss or your father. So make sure you maintain good relationship with government authorities or your boss at this time. Now, make sure you've paid your taxes and make sure you've not defaulted on your tax payments. Otherwise, you're sure to hear from the government authorities this month. So since Sun and Mars are aspecting the 12th house, your expenses could rise this month. Some of you may feel a bit isolated at this time. There is likelihood of some travel for some of you as well. Now, Sun is the ruler of the 4th house and placed in the 6th house, which indicates your mother's health will need to be taken care of. Now, also, you may have to be careful about dealing with property matters. So I would say take proper advice from experts before doing any kind of property deals, because you don't want to face any issues with that or any losses related to property dealings. Now, Mars will be moving to the 6th house after October 22nd. And Mars also rules the 12th house. And this indicates that after October 22nd, some of you may face some relationship issues in the marital life if you're not careful. And same is the case with those who are into, love relationships. Then we have Venus and Ketu in the 7th house. Now, Venus is your ruler, being a Taurus ascendant. So anytime the ruler of the ascendant goes into the 7th house means for you, others become very important for you more than before. You know, others' role in your life or your partner's role in your life will be utmost important for you. And some of you will meet someone new, and that could lead into some kind of relationship for you. And that partner could be spiritually oriented, because Ketu is placed with Venus. And sometimes when Venus and Ketu are together, one could feel a bit of, dissatisfaction with their life partner and love partners. And this is so if you have Venus and Ketu together in your birth chart. So if it is just in transit, then it could mean that your partner may be busy or may not be able to devote enough time to you. That's what it means. Now, since Venus is the ruler of the 6th house and Venus is placed in the 7th, it means that your partner's health may need to be careful as well. Now, your partner will have to work hard, and they may have to follow some kind of timetable to do their daily routine to be effective in their daily work. Now, those in business of their own and in business partnerships, you too may have to follow strict routine of how you do your daily chores in your business to be more effective. So you may need to pay attention to that, follow the timetable, I would say. Now, Jupiter in the 9th house going direct on October 18th, and 9th house being the house of fortune and luck is sure to bring more good results for you this month. You will enjoy luck throughout the month, but more so, I would say, after the 18th of October. Now, Jupiter's aspect on the ascendant, the 3rd house and the 5th house, indicates that some of you may go abroad for higher education. Your relationship with your younger siblings and neighbors will be cordial. Great period for those in love and romance, and some of you may take up some educational courses to gain higher knowledge, or you could meet with people who have higher knowledge than you have, like say a teacher. So that kind of a person you will meet. Now, since Jupiter is sitting with Saturn, and both Jupiter and Saturn are aspecting the third house, this goes to show that you will have some short distance travels to do. More hard work will need to be done to get any kind of results. Now, third house is communication. So in order to get luck to work in your favor, you will need to express or communicate yourself clearly. So you may want to remember that your communication has to be very clear. Now, Saturn in the ninth house gets aspected by Mars and Rahu. So your father's health will need to be careful as well. And because of Rahu's aspect, I would say some of you may face some ups and downs in the luck factor, but due to benefic Jupiter placed there with Saturn, luck will be overall good, although it may take a dip now and then throughout the month. Now, when we consider Saturn's aspect, it falls in the 11th house, third house, and on the 6th house. Now, Saturn may delay the gain you may be expecting. I'm sure some of you may have been experiencing delay in all kinds of gain for you for the past. Maybe you would be experiencing them in the past 2.5 years or so, especially for those who are running Saturn Mahadasha or time period. But if your Saturn in your birth chart is well placed, then you may not feel that much of a delay in the gain. Now, Saturn's 10th aspect falls on the 6th house, means your own health will need to be careful. Now, I would say safeguard yourself from any stomach ailments, especially you need to take care of all your relationships. Make sure you are maintaining cordial relationships with all your family members, with your spouse especially, or your love partner. So you need to pay attention on those things. Now, talking about Rahu in the ascendant, Rahu could take you abroad on travel if you're planning to travel abroad. Rahu in the ascendant means some of you could get married to someone from other culture, provided you are in the marriageable age, or if you're looking to get married, that is. So if Rahu is in your birth chart, if it's not well placed, then Rahu could get you in a bit of trouble. You may have to spend more than you normally do. Rahu and Ketu, they are generally not bad always. It all depends on how they are placed in your birth chart. And Rahu in the ascendant means if you use your intelligence to its fullest, it helps you gain wealth. That's what Rahu does. So I think I've covered all the planets here. So this was the overview for the month of October for all Taurus ascendant. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to hit the like button before you wind up watching this video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.